Man finds something his wife of 60 years leaves behind that reveals the truth about their relationship. But before we start, please give the video a like and make sure to subscribe to Wonderbot and hit the bell so you'll never miss any uploads from us. They say that true love is something that would never die. We must have all heard about people saying that love is the most precious thing that anyone could ever find in this world. Well, these statements may just be words to some people. To some, it's reality. We must have all experienced or met someone who fell in love with for a few weeks or months. Some people's love lasts even after their death. If you've ever come across any story about powerful love, you'd get a sense that it must be something like magic. And what could be the most amazing thing about love that makes people go crazy? Well, it must be the fact that it's not a fairy tale, that it's real for them. This guy's wife passed away 60 years ago, but later discovered what she left for him that reduced him to tears. In a world where there are so many who look for fun and thrill, romance and finding true love has become something truly rare. Some people do not even care to look for it, and hence would not even get the chance to experience it. So you can already imagine how tragic it must be to lose your partner. There will never be enough time spent between two people who are truly in love. So who's this couple that's experiencing something that most of us only get to see in movie screens? Well, their names are Jimmy and Billy Brayland. The two of them were able to find love that was so pure and true at a very young age. And ever since meeting when they were young, the two felt an instant connection that even they were not aware would last for years to come. What were these lovers doing as a profession, you ask? Well, you see, Billy was a school teacher where Jimmy was a Baptist student minister who worked at the university of their hometown. This was the time they first met. Both of them did not even realize at that point that their love would withstand time and struggle. They did, however, fall fast and hard for one another. As the two were in their own space, they did not plan on falling for each other. In fact, it was love at first sight for Billy and Jimmy. On the day that they met, the two of them felt an instant spark that proved that this was love. So where exactly did these two meet? Well, Billy and Jimmy actually found each other at a church they both attended. So as soon as the first meeting took place, Billy and Jimmy knew early on that they wanted to be romantically involved. The two then began to date for a little while until they made a mutual decision to tie the knot. They knew that they both had met the person they were supposed to be with forever, in one another. Time went, but their love got stronger each day. From the moment that Billy and Jimmy met in church, they were certain that they'd met their soulmates. From the moment they laid eyes on each other, they knew it was real. And after they went on dates, the two were even clearer regarding the fact that they belonged together. So, all in all, the couple was in love for a whopping 60 long years. So after marrying each other, they soon decided that it was time to expand their family. And so together, Billy and Jimmy became parents to 3 kids. And so after having their own children, they grew up and became parents too. So this couple became proud grandparents to 7 grandkids in total. Their life and marriage had become what many wish to have. After being together for so long and having a family that loved each other so much, an unfortunate incident took place. During the holidays in the year 2015, Billy's health started to deteriorate. She'd become old and her body was not functioning as it was supposed to. Even with the help of the doctors who gave her the best possible treatment, things were still going downhill. So after showing several signs of complications health-wise, Jimmy's beloved wife, Billy, passed away. When she died, she was 83 years old. And this was indeed a big blow for Jimmy because he literally spent most of his days with her, his one true love. And leaving him behind was certainly devastating for the old man who now had to face the world alone. After the tragic death of Billy, her dear husband now had spent his daily life alone. Without his partner by his side, Jimmy was inconsolable. He felt like a part of him had been torn away from his body. It was a dark time for him. He was feeling extremely lonely too. Even though the other family members were there with him, no one could replace Billy's spot. And since Billy was no longer with him, Jimmy grew increasingly lonelier each day that passed. He'd lost his best friend, the mother of his kids, and the grandmother of his grandkids. It was something he needed time to come to terms with. But soon, after just 2 days, something took place that was going to change how Jimmy perceived his wife forever. Just put yourself in his shoes. If you'd spent about 60 years together with someone, you'd definitely feel like one, right? Billy and Jimmy spent all this time, been through all the ups and downs, so for her to be taken away was harsh news for Jimmy. So when Jimmy had gone to do his everyday errands, he took out his wallet to clarify that he had all that he needed. So when he held his wallet to check what was inside, Jimmy did not expect to find anything strange. But when he checked the insides, he found a piece of paper that was not supposed to be there. It got him a little confused to have found this small chit of paper. This was actually a note sent to him by someone. So whoever could have left it there. So when Jimmy realized after checking his wallet that there was a piece of paper, he was surprised and curious. He couldn't recall himself placing any notes inside his wallet, so he got a little confused. And when he checked what it was, he saw that this letter was for him. He had to take a few minutes to breathe and relax before opening the letter. So who wrote the note for him? It turns out Jimmy's wife had actually left the note for him in his wallet. And since his late wife was an excellent note writer, when she was still around, as soon as he saw the note from her, it made him tear up. He could sense her presence there with him, and he felt like she was right there with him. This is what the note said. So what did the wife have to say to her dear husband, whom she had to leave behind? Well, when Jimmy read the note kept in his wallet by his dear wife, he was touched. Billy had so much to say to him, but it was kept short and sweet. Please don't cry because I died. Smile because I lived. Know that I'm in a happy place. Know that you'll meet me again. I'll see you there. So Billy had left a message for her soulmate in his wallet that showed how much she appreciated him, encouraging him to see the good in the misfortune that he had to deal with. It was, in a way, her effort to console him because she knew he'd miss her an unbearable lot. It would have made anyone smile to read such calming words, right? So we know that Billy's gone and there's no chance for her ever coming back. However, the note was still helpful for Jimmy in a lot of ways. Though he knows he'll miss her forever, the note was able to give Jimmy the strength and reassurance that he needed to be able to go on with life without her. Jimmy knew he still had to stay positive because that's what she would have wanted. We can clearly see the power of the love that Billy and Jimmy shared. In most cases, we always see that the one living usually consoles the sick or the one dying. But in this case, Billy was actually consoling Jimmy even after death. This is a story that should be able to give anyone who's looking for true love that it exists, that there's hope. At the end, we want to know your opinion about the story in the comments box below.